Have you ever felt trapped in a cycle you just can't break? A habit, an urge, a compulsion that seems to have a life of its own. You've probably tried everything: willpower, promises to yourself. Maybe even tried to replace it with something else. But it always comes back, leaving you feeling powerless and ashamed. What if I told you the problem isn't your lack of willpower? What if the real reason you're stuck has nothing to do with the addiction itself? The brilliant psychologist Carl Jung had a radical idea about this. He believed that addiction is a desperate cry for help from the deepest part of your soul. It's not a moral failing, it's a symptom. It's a signal that something essential inside you is being starved, ignored, and is desperately trying to get your attention. Jung called this a low-level spiritual thirst. When we lack a true, deep connection to ourselves and to a sense of meaning in life, we try to fill that void with something else, anything to numb the emptiness. That's where addiction takes root. It becomes a substitute for genuine connection, a counterfeit spirituality. Think about it. The substance, the behavior, the obsessive thought, it offers a temporary escape, a moment of transcendence, a fleeting feeling of being whole. It's a cheap imitation of the real spiritual experience your soul is craving. So, the more you fight the addiction directly, the stronger it seems to get. It's like wrestling with your own shadow. And that's exactly what Jung would say you're doing. This brings us to one of Jung's most powerful concepts, the shadow. Your shadow is the part of yourself that you've disowned. It's everything you've been taught to believe is unacceptable, weak, or dark. It holds your fears, your repressed desires, your shame, and your unresolved traumas. We all have one. We spend most of our lives trying to pretend it doesn't exist, pushing it down into the unconscious. But the shadow doesn't just disappear. It festers, and it often projects itself outwards onto our lives, creating chaos. Your addiction might just be the most visible manifestation of your shadow at work. It's the part of you that feels unworthy, unloved, and is acting out in the only way it knows how. The conventional approach is to declare war on this part of yourself, to shame it, to fight it, to try and destroy it. But Jung's wisdom offers a completely different path. He said, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. The path to freedom isn't through fighting your addiction, it's through understanding it. It's about turning around, facing your shadow, and asking it, what do you want? What pain are you trying to soothe? What part of me are you trying to protect? This is the beginning of what's called shadow work. It's the process of integrating these rejected parts of yourself back into your conscious awareness. Instead of judging the urge, you get curious about it. When the craving hits, instead of immediately giving in or fighting it with white knuckles, you pause, you sit with the feeling. Where is it in your body? What emotion is underneath it? Is it loneliness, boredom, fear, a feeling of not being good enough? The addiction is just a messenger. Your job is to listen to the message. Let's say you discover that underneath your urge is a profound sense of loneliness. For years, you've been using a habit to numb that feeling. The habit became a stand-in for connection. Now, with this new awareness, your task changes. It's no longer about not doing the bad thing. It's about, how can I find genuine connection? How can I reach out to a friend, join a group, spend time in nature? You start to feed your soul what it's actually starving for. When you do this, the counterfeit nourishment offered by the addiction begins to lose its power. It's like offering a gourmet meal to someone who has only ever eaten junk food. Once they taste the real thing, the junk food is no longer appealing. Another key part of this journey is what Jung called individuation. This is the lifelong process of becoming the most whole, authentic version of yourself. It's about integrating all parts of you, the light and the dark, to become a complete individual. Your addiction has, in a way, kept you fragmented. It has forced you to live a divided life, hiding parts of yourself from the world and even from your own conscious mind. The journey of individuation is a journey of reclaiming those lost pieces. It's about finding your personal myth, your unique purpose, your reason for being here. When you have a compelling reason to live, a North Star that guides you, the temporary highs of addiction simply can't compete. What are your passions? What makes you feel alive? What creative outlets have you neglected? The energy you've been pouring into the cycle of addiction is immense. Imagine redirecting that powerful energy toward building a life that truly excites you. This isn't just about stopping something, it's about starting something. Starting to live a life so rich and meaningful that the addiction becomes irrelevant. It withers on the vine because the soil of your life no longer has room for it. This process is not easy, and it's not quick. It requires courage, honesty, and a great deal of self-compassion. Remember, you are not trying to destroy a part of yourself. You are trying to heal it. You are welcoming a lost child back home. There will be times when the shadow feels overwhelming, when the old urges roar back to life. That's okay. It's part of the process. Each time you choose to sit with the discomfort instead of running from it, you get stronger. Each time you choose curiosity over judgment, you reclaim a piece of your soul. So, here is your turning point. The next time the urge arises, don't see it as your enemy. See it as a guide, a messenger from your deepest self, pointing you toward where the healing needs to happen. Ask yourself the brave questions. What is my soul thirsty for? What part of myself have I been rejecting? What is the authentic, meaningful life that's waiting for me to build it? By engaging with your inner world in this way, you're not just overcoming an addiction. You are embarking on the greatest adventure of all, the journey back to yourself. You are becoming whole, and a whole person has no room for the emptiness that addiction preys upon. The power was never in the substance or the habit. The power has been inside you all along, waiting to be rediscovered. If this resonates with you and you're ready to start this journey, know that you are not alone. There are resources and communities that can support you. This path of self-discovery is challenging, but it is the most rewarding one you will ever take. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with anyone who might need to hear it. Let's start the conversation in the comments below.